2025 Minnesota legislative session is ending with a thud rather than a bang.
With just hours until the midnight deadline to finish the regular session, almost all major budget bills remain. Chief Political Reporter Tom Hauser is live at the Capitol with an update from Governor Walz. Tom.
Yeah, we heard from the governor about an hour ago, and he sounded very optimistic that they're getting close to reaching an agreement on the details of their overall budget agreement. I don't know where that optimism is coming from because we know very little about what is happening because very little is happening in public view. Governor, all of the biggest bills are still outstanding, all the biggest budget bills, and there doesn't seem to be a lot of movement, at least not publicly. How concerned should we be about that?
No, we'll get it. And the big ones are always the last thing because of the leverage that goes into them. Look, the universal target numbers that we came to are held. There's some tough compromises in here. We know that not everybody's happy.
And they're not only unhappy, there is also a lot of frustration among lawmakers over the pace of action and the lack of transparency.
The motion prevails.
The Minnesota House convened on the floor twice so far on Monday.
Senator Murphy.
The Minnesota Senate also met only briefly.
And have a mouthful of cuss words that I'm going to leave there.
DFL Senate Majority Leader Erin Murphy did finally let loose one F word, frustration.
And I am feeling a deep, deep frustration this morning with my colleagues in the House.
So is the Democratic leader in the House.
I'm used to being frustrated by the end of session.
Republican Senate Leader Mark Johnson says he understands why Democrats are frustrated.
I think what you're seeing right now is Democrats' frustration after 2 years and $18 billion of surplus being spent. That they're finally having to realize that there are constraints on Minnesota taxpayers. And we're not an infinite state of money and ability to pay for whatever projects they want to have.
Republican House Speaker Lisa Demuth says progress is being made.
There are a number of things that conference committees are really working hard on. They are moving through and trying to find agreements as we've moved forward.
But none of that is visible to the public as conference committee members work behind closed doors. Wasn't this going to be hard to finish on time, given the polarized nature of things?
You know, I think it's really important. Leader Niska pointed this out, that we're a very closely divided legislature. Minnesota legislature right now is 101 Democrats, 100 Republicans, and equally tied here in the House. We knew it was going to be difficult.
The end of session is just going to be what it is, and you can be irritated by it, but it's not going to make it any better.
Now, as of just a few minutes ago, the governor and legislative leaders were still meeting again behind closed doors. We do know that the House has gone into session. You can see the closed doors of the House chambers back there. They have taken up a bill regarding unemployment insurance for iron workers up on the Iron Range, so not one of the major budget bills. It is unclear whether they're going to get to those major bills like health and human services and education. They make up more than half of the total state budget. So far, they are still in limbo. A special session will definitely be needed. We'll have another update at 10. Live at the state capitol, Tom Hauser, 5 Eyewitness News.